First one, obviously, there is FIRB approval. Now, you have to get FIRB approval if you want to invest into Australia. The current government, being the government that got elected in September this year, has certainly made a lot of noises about easing the red tape that you have to go through to get FIRB approval. I think that is likely to happen, although, as I sort of say that, only last week we sort of had the first FIRB application that was denied. It wasn't a mining deal, but it was a FIRB application that was denied. So it'll be interesting to see what the government does around that, but they certainly have made very strong noises about Australia being open for business, Australia looking to facilitate overseas investors, and making their life easier when they're looking to invest into Australia. Infrastructure constraints, look, it's an issue in every jurisdiction, but it certainly is an issue in Australia. The GFC did not help. It stalled a lot of the infrastructure development that was happening, but certainly Australia is in an infrastructure bubble at the moment, given the recent transactions that have happened. And the prices that those transactions have fetched. In addition, the Australian government and also the state governments have provided a series of concessions to facilitate the development of infrastructure, and also there's been a series of privatisations of assets that are key to the extraction of coal and then the transport of coal to overseas locations. If we, for example, have a look at the ports, and if we go to the eastern seaboard of Australia, you start at the top. The port of Abbott Point was sold off by the state government to the Adani Group. That happened in 2012. The port of Hay Point, there are various noises being made about an expansion at the port of Hay Point. The Gladstone port, the state government has said that the port of Gladstone will be privatised sometime in the next couple of years. Port of Brisbane got privatised in the last, I think it was in 2010 or 2011. Port of Newcastle is currently in the process of being privatised. Port of Botany and Port of Kembla also got privatised very recently. In addition to that, obviously Horizon, the rail network, also got privatised or listed, I guess, IPO'd in the past couple of years. So certainly there is a huge focus and recognition that the infrastructure constraints in Australia are preventing investment into Australian resources, and the government is putting a lot of money and focus into that, and therefore, again, it is important to have a positive outlook towards that and take that into account when you are looking at any investment into Australia.